Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as Total Organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Aušra.
Let's start episode 492 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by Ruth, who is our Total Organist student. She wrote, I wonder, what are the best ways for teaching new hymns? I'm also the pastor, so I've had some choice in the hymns. I wonder though how others teach new hymns, and which ones have been loved by your congregations. Have some choices been a surprise? I guess it would be wonderful for our community to jump in and leave some feedback about hymns, how they teach new hymns, and what their communities, congregations love the most.
I think this is in general a very important question, and I think it touches many of church musicians, because it's an issue number one about how to choose hymns, how to sing hymns, how to teach new hymns.
Mm-hmm. I had an experience in teaching new hymns at our St. John's Church, but long time ago when we were both regular organists.
Yes.
You would play the organ.
True, and you would conduct congregation from downstairs.
It's a two-person work then, like a teamwork.
But if you don't have such a large church building as our at St. John's, and maybe you have some sort of keyboard, downstairs. You could use it. I think that would be an ideal way. Maybe your organ is upstairs, but maybe piano is downstairs.
Yes, and piano maybe is in the visible place where people could see you. Someplace you could even move the piano closer to the center during that rehearsal. I just had this podcast conversation with Andreas Spahn, organist from Germany. He is a church musician, but as I understood, he has these organ or choir rehearsals with the congregation, but they are not long. They are just 3 or 5 minutes long before the service starts. I thought why he is doing them so short. Why not 15 minutes? Like we would do. It appears that people are gathering at the church at the last moment, and there are not too many people 15 minutes before the service.
Sure, time is money, so everybody is counting.
Everybody is making money on Sunday morning.
Well,
yeah. Hopefully this approach is really applicable for a lot of situations. Not only for new hymns, but maybe old hymns that have been forgotten and need to be resurrected. How would you, Aušra, conduct this rehearsal if you had to choose?
Well, I would, just go through each line.
How many hymns?
Well, I think for such a rehearsal you may do only one hymn. So basically, if you are leading a service, I would not choose all the new hymns. You can only introduce one new hymn per service.
Why not two?
It might be too difficult. Too much new information.
You're right. Does it matter where this new hymn comes in the service? In the beginning, middle, end?
I don't think it's so important. But of course, if you just rehearse it before rehearsal, then it would be ideal if it would be an opening hymn. Right from, the rehearsal to performance.
Is it okay if I did a rehearsal when I first sang the first verse and then ask them to repeat phrase by phrase, line by
Yes, I
line?
think it's nice. It should work. But I think it's also important that you would sing all verses, that you are intending to sing during the service. Because for me, the biggest problem is to do the second, the third, and the other verses. Because usually what you have, in some hymnals, at least in Lithuania, that you have the first verse written underneath of the score. And it's very convenient because you see, music and the words together. But other verses, we are written below the page after, the score is finished. So it's not so comfortable, to do it because you have to still look at the music, especially if you are accompanying yourself, and then to be able to follow the words.
You're right. I think in Western hymnals they have like 3 or 4 verses written in under the notes.
But still, it's not as comfortable to see them, to follow them as the first verse.
Yeah, that's right. So basically, go through each verse, and then this melody will sing by itself, probably into their memory.
True. Plus, I think a lot of success also depends on, the meter of the hymn. If it has like a regular meter, strong beats in every measure, then it makes life easier. But if you will choose something based on, let's say, Gregorian chant, or sort of model also based on modes, that might not be as easy, to sing for a congregation. Because I think rhythm is crucial for congregational singing. So I would suggest maybe, just to avoid such hymns.
I think this might work too.
You also need to include your choir into your rehearsals. That might be a big help for you and for congregation. And I remember that what else you could do, of course, choir might, show an example of that unfamiliar hymn for congregation. But later on during service, you might, spread your choir throughout the congregation. Let's say you have 20 members of choir members, and you have, I don't know, 100 rows in the church. You might, divide your choir members between those rows. That we would help, congregation to sing better. I think this might work too.
This is really a clever idea, and it's been done before. And usually, congregation feels more confident when there are people around them singing with confidence.
So you might try that as well.
Do choir members have to be dressed like civilians or in robes?
I don't think it's so important. It's up to the tradition, so.
Concealed. They have to conceal themselves.
Not necessarily, I think.
If they are members of the congregation, people will recognize them anyway.
But anyway, I think it's a wise, solution to listen to the service from, downstairs, even for, an organist or, music director, because that way you might, notice, and listen to members of your congregation that sing very well, and that might be a possibility to choose new members of the choir.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
Good idea. Okay, guys, we hope this was useful to you. Please send us more of your questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses, and all your help."
Robert writes, "I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent."
John writes, "I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you are there teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor."
Robert writes, "It has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching."
Ron writes, "Hi Vidas and Osha, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home, and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Osha and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward."
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition, and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas
and Osha from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.